Podshots with Bhawna, where insights are served in small bites. Today we are going to have a very fascinating turn into an intersection of pharma with academia, with something which we can call as strategy meets the science, or maybe the classroom resonates with the real world experiences. So, if you are the one who's curious to know that how the pharma leaders are helping to shape the next generation or the future talent of this country, especially in this fast-paced pharma world, then you are at the right place. And believe me, today I have a very senior guest joining me today because he has seen both sides of the world. So I'm very excited to distill all the wisdom of what he has carried in multiple decades in just 10 minutes. So allow me a minute till I bring him up onto the screen for all of us. So guys, as I was saying that today I'll be joined by a very senior guest on my show. So this guest actually wears multiple hats, and believe me guys, he wears them all with high impact. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput, a name and a face which is very familiar in this pharma industry. He's not only a veteran, because he has actually led various senior leadership roles like being a vice president of sales and marketing with 𝐏𝐸𝐿A Pharmaceutical. But after spending multiple decades in 𝐏𝐸𝐿A Pharma, now he's on a completely different mission altogether, which he says that he wants to give back to the society. So currently he is the professor of practice with various universities across India. So he is someone, I would really be falling short of 10 minutes to give his introduction. So let's get on straight with him. So welcome, Dr. Rajput, and thank you once again. I'm highly privileged to have you on my show.
Thank you very much. It is my pleasure to be there at your platform, and so happy and so enriched. So thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Sure. I'm sure the audience is really looking forward to hear you out, and I'm going to definitely give it a try to distill all the wisdom in 10 minutes. So just to give you an idea about the format of this show, so this is a 10 minutes short pod short. That's the reason we call it as, the great ideas coming in the short forms. So I'll be giving you some core questions, and we would really be expecting your insightful and precise answers. And don't forget, towards the end, we have a very sensational rapid fire questionnaire as well. So are you ready with it?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay. So let me begin with the first question, Dr. Rajput. Since you come from this, you have seen both the worlds of pharma as well as academia. So very first question in our mind would be that what triggered this shift, and what do you see the difference between both the worlds?
That's a very great question. Means you have touched the fulcrum of the entire journey. So my transition from the dynamic world of pharma boardrooms to the academic lecture halls was driven by the deep-rooted the passion which was there for the continuous learning and the desire to give back to the next generation, to the society, which I always say. So after working for more than 4 decades in the pharmaceutical industry, starting as a medical representative and rising to the senior leadership roles, I personally realized that where technical expertise and the business acumen are vital, the real differences are on the mentorship, soft skills, and the culture of lifelong learning. And during the time of the COVID, it has come out very clearly. So that shift has really triggered by my observation that young professionals entering the industry often lack the practical skills and the guidance which is required, despite of getting the strong academic background. So I saw a pressing need for that, and that's why the industry-academia collaboration was needed. That's my answer.
Very valid points. And in fact, my next question was also related to something towards what you have already pointed. Well, we have been hearing a lot about PPP, the public-private partnerships, which is an impetus by the government as well. What do you think, and what is your idea or suggestion behind a collaboration between the pharma and the academia world? Would that not help in bringing up or making the right talent, or for the future generation?
Excellent question, which again you have asked is the second link which is there of my answer. So to truly drive the future-ready talent and innovation, academia and the pharma industry must work hard together hand in hand, which you just now said, and by ensuring the strong relationship partnerships such as joint research product projects, industry-led workshop, which is very important, and internship. The student can gain the practical knowledge and the experience, hands-on training which is required. This type of the collaboration ensures the curriculum remains relevant because you cannot change it, and it also equips the graduate, the young postgraduates, graduate with both technical skills and the soft skills, which is essential for the success. And that is the reason I always say the industry expert should always mentor the student, because they will be able to show the student as per the requirement of the industry. So both the things will be together, and then these graduates or young postgraduates will be able to build the thing which is really required.
Absolutely. I mean, you are a perfect example of, from boardrooms to the classrooms. So, so I think we need more people like you who volunteer to come in and bridge the gap between these two, and that will certainly be very helpful for the next generation to make them future ready. Now coming to the next question, which I just thought is that since again from your rich experience, you have worked with the students also. So what do you think the fresh graduates, are there any one or two, skill set gaps which you think which prohibits them to actually enter to the pharma industry immediately after their passing out or graduating from the pharma course?
So again, there is some skills gap has to be bridged up. I'll not say gap. It has to be bridged up between the pharma graduates and the industry. The first is the practical industry exposure is limited because it's a lot of the classroom training is there. So many graduates have a strong theoretical knowledge, very strong, but lack hands-on experience with the real world, which is really required, which affects their readiness to contribute effectively. The second point is communication and interpersonal skills, right? Again, because over a period of time when they study for 4 years, 6 years of their time, they are very clear about the basics, but the ethical communication, the right communication, how to use it, and how to ensure that things should happen, so that the interpersonal skills are very important. Third is adaptability and problem-solving attitude, because whatever you are seeing in the colleges or the university, it is not actually there in the field. You have to be more adaptive, right? So that skills are required. You have to be more creative about it. And you should also embrace the failure as a stepping stone for the next going forward. So these are the things, these are the basic gaps. If industry can help, which is required, we can make a difference.
I think I'm sure all those aspiring pharma graduates or the people who are aspiring to come into the pharma, if they are hearing it out, they will definitely be very, it will be very helpful for them to hear all these valid points which you are making over here. Now moving to the next question about marketing. So since you have seen sales as well as marketing, and especially after the COVID where everything, all of us changed, barring any industry. But of course, pharma was considered to be a slow adapter because of, a lot of regulation criteria or some kind of, boundaries which were not letting them to be on the digital front. But now, how do you see the kind of change which has been over the time? What is the evolution in the pharma marketing which you see from your eyes now?
See, today India is known as the pharmacy of the world. And as per the respected Prime Minister, right, by 2047, when we are going to become a Vishwaguru, we are going to be the power of pharmacy in the world. So there is a complete paradigm shift is there. So the marketing is rapidly evolving in the post-pandemic era, the digital first world, basically I say, which is shaping the technological innovations which is required in the marketing part. And at the same time, there are virtual engagements, making digital channels like AI-driven personalization, social media, omni-channel campaigns. All these things are adding lot of, you can say, strength in the pharmaceutical marketing. Today, the digital transformation occurs within a complex regulatory framework. Ethical marketing now, it has to be prioritized while seeing the patient empowerment, focusing on the education and support rather than mere promotion. So gone are the days we start promoting the product. It is now becoming elevating the human suffering. and the precise medicines are coming for the patient. So that is a new change which is happening, and in the coming time, it is going to grow like anything. Like the way, every second year, third year, the artificial intelligence is going. Today we talk about agentic AI. We have forgotten about the Gen AI, right? So this is a change, and the same change is required in the pharmaceutical industry, which is happening as well.
Yeah, in fact, you rightly mentioned that, none of the industry is now not being touched by AI. We all are some way or the other beneficiaries of AI. And in fact, for the pharma world, there is so much of predictive medicines, predictive diagnostic, which is really acting as a real boon in this entire thing of customer care. So great point which you have touched. Now coming to the last question of the core this thing. Uh, you have touched upon about the aspiring candidates. Now, what is your advice for the mid-level professions who are currently working in the pharma world? Where do you see them growing along with the growth of the pharma, which is happening very, sustainable growth in the pharma world, which we see?
Today, the mid-level is a fulcrum today because they are going to grow and they are going to take the baton, which is very, very important because this mid-level is able to see the AI part, the digitalization, the complete change in that. So my advice to this is to please embrace the continuous learning and adaptability because the pharmaceutical industry is rapidly transforming with the digital technologies like AI, machine learning, AR, VR, virtual care, all these things are there. And equally important is cultivating a positive mindset, a growth mindset, a proactive attitude, because success depends not just on the hard skills, but also on the emotional intelligence, effective communication, and the right leadership quality. When I say leadership, it is a transformative leadership quality. And so the mid-level professionals should focus on developing themselves these soft skills apart from the technical knowledge, which is really required. Finally, the last word I can say is aligning the personal goal with the organizational goal through the smart work. This is what we call it. And self-defined goals are very important, which can drive them also and the business also to the right way, which is really required for the future as well.
Again, I think you have, in the short span, you have actually touched in all the valid areas, and the biggest one being upskilling. So that's the need for everyone for that matter, because to keep the pace with the changing world, I think every one of us requires the upskilling. So thank you so much. I think we did justice to ask all the 5 questions and get the real precise answers from you. Now it's the time for sensational 1 minute rapid fire. So are you ready for that?
Yes.
So let me just put the timer on. Okay, so Dr. Rajput, what do you think is more challenging, managing a pharma audit or managing a classroom after lunch?
So it is more of pharma audit. The classroom thing is very, very because children they want to learn, right? And if it is there, how to ignite them, which is more important. That is all about it.
Okay. And next question is, what really gives you that adrenaline rush? Is it the pharma product launch or a night before your pharma or academic conference?
It is a pharma product launch again because it is going to elevate the entire human suffering. It depends upon the complete bigger market and what the market share which we want to take it and how we are going to build it. Because we have the 5 continents, north, south, east, west, and central. How the market is going to behave. This is very important.
Oh yes, so very valid. Okay. So what if God gave you, because I know you are very, very hard pressed on time always. So what if God was kind and gave you one more additional hour? So instead of 24 hours, you got 25 hours in a day. So what would be that extra hour spent by Dr. Rajput?
So it is always there. I never allow the time to manage me. I always manage the time, which is very important. So if it is one more hour or 2 more hours, in that hour I will learn and read more because I'll be able to spend with the right people so that I can gain the knowledge, so that I can share the knowledge whenever it is required.
But I'm sure you do something on the personal front as well. So how do you recharge yourself? That's something which audience would really want to know.
So I must say, see, it is like a mindset, the growth mindset, the positivity that always give me a positive charge because it always ignite me. So when you feel that, yes, when you are meeting a right person and you are going to learn from some person, it will always make you positive. Because I always say we are not a battery or a charger. It is all in our mind. How you take it up and how you build up things.
Okay, sure. Okay,
So
so the next
I
one.
will tell you. No, I will tell you one of the very good example of the Anand picture. जिंदगी बड़ी होनी चाहिए, लंबी नहीं. So you have to
Very
make the
nice,
things
very nice
yeah.
example. I mean, this really goes well. Okay, the next question in the rapid fire is that which I always ask you offline as well. The kind of awards and felicitations which you keep receiving on everyday basis. Do you have an award wall or an award hall in your house?
So it is basically a room full of honor, right? I always say this is the room filled with the honors, because I have the great people like you and many people, they keep on inviting me, and then they start felicitating me as a guest of honor or chief guest or the keynote speaker. So of course that is required. So I have more than 700, 800 mementos and more than 1,000 certificates which are there. So of course it requires, and I have to give respect to that.
Yes, I'm definitely going to visit your house very soon to
Please
see
welcome.
them in person. Okay, the last one. What if you were one of the award trophy? So, what would that trophy be saying to you? Slow down, Rajput, or bring it on, Rajput?
Bring it on.
Okay, as expected. So, this is great. We are on time. So, it was absolutely an honor and a privilege to have you. I'm sure the audience must have really got benefited from this insightful talk. Thanks once again for joining in, and very good luck for your continued passion.
Thank you very
Want to
much
see
for
more.
inviting me out here. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you.
Bye bye. Okay, so this was really nothing short of a masterclass where Dr. Rajput actually touched from collaborations to talent building to upskilling to all the bridges, the gaps and the bridges, what he has suggested. So I think this was very fascinating conversation. And I'm sure the audience from both the sides must have definitely got benefited from the insights which he shared. So with this, we come with a wrap, and I pick up coffee as my shot, and you pick up your shot of your own choice. But don't forget to come back next Friday, same place, till I bring on another industry leader for another insightful conversation. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Till then, stay curious, stay candid, and take good care of yourself and your loved ones. Signing off.